Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. In the previous video, we were changing the structure of our models to incorporate a new folder-based structure similar to categories. And as we were going through that, we identified the need to change how tags are saved to also save them at a company level, and also then also change how a note is saved to save it at a company level as well, with the user ID as one of the references. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to move the tags reference from the user model to the company model. We're going to add created at and edited at fields to the tag model. Remove the ability to have children tags because we have folders and subfolders now, and then we need to update the note process to accommodate this and ensure notes are created at the company level. So what we need to do is, this falls outside of our standard prompts that we've been doing. So we need our note model instead of, we still need the user ID, but we also need the company ID so that they're made available to all users within a company. So as I said, this kind of falls outside of our standard prompts that we've been using. So for example, if you've seen my earlier videos, this is a prompt that we're kind of reusing, and doing this using this prompt with Claude has been producing really good results. But as I said, kind of falls outside of this a little bit. So what we need to do is first of all delete the add new note stuff that we've already got here, because there have been some changes, albeit we still do have some errors in that process, because we kind of got halfway yesterday before running out of messages with good old Claude. But I'll just add what we're up to now, so it does have that capability. And then what we will do is bring this over here to the left hand side and walk through Claude what we want to do. Let's just check we have our tag model we should do, and company. Where's company? Extended company and company. So we need to, let's delete extended company. Let's just add the new extended company. Make sure we have the correct model. And then let's also just check that we've got note as well. We should do. Yeah, we do. Might just delete that just to ensure we've got the updated version. And actually also source, because we did potentially. Actually, while we're at it, let's just delete tag. Okay. So upload tag and source. Okay, so currently we have a note model in your project knowledge. When a user creates the note, we save the user ID on this model, on this note. We do, however, need to save the company ID, as I want all notes to be accessible to all users within a company by default. If you need to update the company model, remember that we are using extended company as the correct model, which builds on the underlying company model. Okay. If we look at the note model as well, let's also add a created at date and a when updating the note model, please also add a created at date and edited last. Okay. Right. As part of this next, when you look at when you look at, no, hang on, models. Yeah, note's not saved on the user model. Note is tag. Yeah, when you look at tag, yeah, there's not a reference on the user model. It's more that the tag model references the user model. Next, when you look at the tag model, it currently saves the user ID. We want to retain this so we know what user created a tag. However, we want to update extended company to reference the tag model, similar to what we do with folders, so that tags are available at the company rather than user level. Alright. In addition, when updating tag model, we will remove the ability for child tags, as we are instead using folders and subfolders functionality. Finally, after making all of the above changes, we need to update the add new note functionality, which exists in folders, add new node.routes.js, add new controller .js, add new node.services.js, add new nodes.utils.js, and add new nodes.validation to accommodate the changes. Okay, let's change this to concise and hit send. Got one thing. Oh no, tag is an object. Okay, cool. Previously, folders. Previously, source was saved as an array of strings. I thought tags might be, but it's going to be saved as an object, I'm sure. Okay. So what do we got here? All right, let's update the note model. So I'll pull this over here. Bring this up here. Note. So what's changing here? Note schema, validation error, user ID, company ID. Just going to add this in. Save that. Title, body, tags. So mongoose. Yep. Folder. Yep. Source, yep. Status, fleeting or permanent, is expired, content expiration, link nodes, sequential links, timestamps. True. Pre-save. Link nodes, sequential nodes, that'll remain the same. User ID. Oh, we already had the created and is expired. Okay, then in our tag, so tag schema, got our user ID, we need to add our company ID. Name remains the same. We get rid of parent tag and child tag. And then we save the note reference, and then we also add timestamp. And then company. don't need this. Alright, so then in extended company, source type, source orders, so I've got folder structure, folder name, source folders tags, copy, put that here. Okay, extended company schema. It's gotten rid of this. Not really sure why. I don't want to waste a message, and ChatGPT is currently down. Otherwise, I'd ask it. So then in add new note, in our services, we've got notes, create, I think that's all same, user, we bring in, create note, okay. So, right, what we might do is might set up a brand new user for this. Hang on. So note data tags, create note controller. Yeah, okay, cool, that should still work. So register a new user. We will go to 217, hit send. Get our validation link to verify our email, paste that in there, hit send. Now we'll log in our user as 217, send, we'll get our token, copy, and then we'll go to create a new note, change the header, Vera token to be that. Let's just go to our body, tags, yeah, an array, that should all still be fine hopefully. Hit send, company ID is required, okay. User.company ID. Why can't it find? Hang on. User. It does say to populate company. Let's go console.log. This is user in service, and go user. Save that. I'm going to take the console log away from this. Alright, we will try again. See, it's weird. Why does it say that? Mongo. We're obviously saving it somewhere. So I'm just going to notes. Yeah, it was created. Okay. Let's go again. It's obviously going to fail because company ID is required, but what I wanted to see here is, so user.company so we will just quickly ask, also tell. So user.company underscore ID. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Maybe because it's an object ID, we need to stringify it or something. That's my guess. Okay. Let's change this to 12 title, just so I've got the date. Tag validation failed. Okay. Then tag. Why is company ID failing? Come on. This is driving me nuts how it takes so long to connect. If you haven't watched my previous videos, for some reason when it goes to creating this test account, I think because we're using Ethereum Mail as a like dev thing in dev, it just takes a long time to connect sometimes, and we have to just sit and wait for a minute. And yeah, so we're obviously getting company ID. We passed in company ID. Create or find tags. Oh, maybe here. Actually, what was the error? I can't remove it. Company ID is required. If we just go back, it didn't. Services. I think we might need to find a tag for this user. Yeah, we need to update. So I think we need to update this function in our utils, as we should now be looking for tags at the company level. And it's gotten rid of the parent tag stuff, so we don't need that, of course. Come on, please be quicker. I'm just commenting that out. All right, note created successfully. There's the tags. Okay, so the issue wasn't in the add new note functionality. It was in that utility. It wasn't in the service, just to be specific. It's in the util. All right, so we solved that issue. Let's bring up our, where is it? Not there, over here. So many folders, files. All right, so we've kind of done that. they're not really, they're referenced, I should say referenced. Actually, let's now check if we go get all notes, send, we're going to need to update our bearer token. Come on, it's not connecting again. It's driving me nuts. Email service. We can just keep the function but comment it out. While it's doing that, get all notes. Not in the back end. Get notes. Controller. Yeah, it's going to get them off the user ID. Okay, so we need to update that too. Alright, so hurries up. Pull this back over here. Go here. Great. That works. I believe we now need to update the get notes functionality that exists in these files, so we can fetch notes from the so obviously also going to have to update our front end when we get back to doing that. If we just call this does get it for the user. Maybe we can just change this to get maybe keep get notes for user, get notes for company. Don't see why not. I guess the only thing would be from a reusability point of view, you might structure it differently so you don't have a different API endpoint. You could just pass in the user parameter, user ID, to filter the notes. But let's just look at this util for a second. Yeah, query user ID, whereas in this we're going to query on the company ID. That's really the only change. So this, can we duplicate copy? Right, and then we're going to rename this. I'm going to kill the database connection for a second. Just so it doesn't keep restarting. Get individual user notes. And then rename. Alright, then if we go to routes, individual then get individual user notes validation chains. I know it's a long. Cool. So then we call our controller get all get all. And this becomes, and then here validation chains, routes. I put that in the wrong place. Okay, this should go there, right? Yep. And then we should go to the valid. Okay, cool. So back to our controller, get all notes. So this should be get individual user notes service. Get all notes, I think is fine. Get notes util. Get, we'll call this get individual user notes. Copy, paste, save, and then where is it? Get cool. So that all works, presumably. Let's just run that. So we can test that still works. Actually, what we might do, call this get all user notes and get all user dash. All right, hurry up and connect. We really need to fix this. Create test account. Like, when is this even used? Can I just comment out this whole thing? Actually, what if comment that out? There we go. Alright, that still works with get all user notes, and then I just need to remember to uncomment that out later on. Then what we'll do is we'll change this to get company, get all company notes. And then this can be rename get all company notes, copy, rename. Right, so then if we start with the routes, let's get all notes, yeah, and then in index, we need to bring this in, so const get all company notes routes equals require blah. Components get all right, and then we can just copy this, call this this should be, let's give it notes for now. And then in our routes, so this has got to be save, and then we'll call this get all. Whoop. Again, if you're kind of watching this for the first time and wondering why we have such specific functionality, it's just how I found AI works best. Yeah, being very specific, being very get all notes, get all company. It's meant to be get all company notes. It just helps, especially when you have functionality that's going to be fairly similar, like get all notes versus get all company notes. It can get a little bit confusing for the AI. So get all company notes, and we'll call this get all company notes. Service, copy, paste, save. What can it not find? Get note utils. So in service, get all notes. Okay. So what we're going to do is get all notes for individual user, save, then duplicate this, and then in our routes we had still notes, and then just get all notes. So header, I don't know why it's not copying across, it's weird. Like it's meant to copy. Authorization, bearer token, URL, and then get all notes. Rename this, get all notes for company. Get rid of the copy. Save. Save and overwrite. Check that the server's running. It is. Hit send. And there's all the notes. Obviously, it's the same one because we've only got one user in this company and one set of notes created. All right. So we should save the user ID of the person who's creating the note. I think we already do that. ID, user ID. Right. Add new notes works. And we need to check actually when you create a new note folder. Okay, it's populating it with the folder ID. Then if we don't have route to get folders yet. get all notes. Folder ID is correct. So before that was showing up as null in yesterday's video, or whenever I upload that video. So that's worked. Category option is on the note model now, but well, it's not on the, it's a folder, not a category, but same concept. We do have both children and parent, not on here, but it references the folder schema on extended company. And here the folder schema has folder name and also parent folder. We got rid of that. So what we need to do now is work on this functionality to get all categories and children categories and get all tags. We don't need children tags. Publications we don't need to worry about just yet. Publication is, we haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that for sources yet. We can add that later. Yeah, so we need an API endpoint to get all sources. We have all source types, but not individual sources. So a source type is things like a Facebook post, an article, and obviously you might have many articles, so we need individual source. I think we have this now, so notes, got timestamps, sources, timestamps, tags, timestamps. This is copy. Extended company, we don't need it. Okay, cool. Actually, no, we don't need it for company. Why doesn't it like that? Is that better? Yep. And here. Cool. All right. So I'm going to stop the video there and then think about what functionality I'll work on next and create that separately. Thanks for watching.